Let me paint a picture for you. You want to impress your date by cooking a homemade meal for them. Perhaps pizza. Well, before you embarrass yourself by feeding them cardboard, let me show you the best at-home dough recipe, guaranteed to score you a second date. Unless you're awkward. So starting with our first ingredient, we got bread flour. Bread flour, not all purpose, bread flour. This is gonna be the base of your dough. Next, we've got yeast. This is gonna be what activates the dough. You want that dough to rise nicely. This is gonna do just that. We've got water. You want that water to be warm so that way that yeast dissolves in it. You got salt. This is important to add some of that flavor so that way your dough doesn't taste like a Hawaiian roll. And it kills a little bit of that yeast so it doesn't blow up like a hot air balloon. Next ingredient is gonna be shortening. You might be wondering what shortening is. Shortening is any type of ingredient that melts when it heats and then solidifies when it cools down. In this instance, we got butter. Next, we got brown sugar. This is gonna add a little bit of sweetness to that dough. We got olive oil. This adds flavor and also keeps it from being soggy. Now that we've introduced our ingredients, we gotta show you the measurements because you don't wanna f this up. If you do, your dough's not gonna be pretty. So here we got 2 cups of water. We're gonna put in just enough water to activate the yeast for right now. That's plenty. We got 3/4 of a teaspoon of yeast right here. We're gonna dump that in. Let's stir it up so that we can start activating that yeast. You'll be able to smell it, trust me. Let me go ahead and melt this butter. I know, right? You weren't kidding. It actually blew up. Dude, no way. This literally just blew up in my microwave. God damn it, I gotta do it again. I'm gonna have to clean that up later. I don't have time for that. Now that war zone's over, let's add the shortening. Jesus Christ. Damn, what's wrong with me today? I'm on edge now. Next, we got 2 teaspoons of brown sugar. I was not expecting that to come out like a rock. And now 3 teaspoons of that salt. Boom, mix that up. Now we're ready to add this water. So here we got 2 cups of flour. This goes all the way in. Perfect. Let's start mixing this up. If you have a dough mixer at home, shout out to you. You're great. If you don't, this is the way to do it. So see the way that the water starts to incorporate in with the flour and starts to solidify like that? This is what you want, and we're just gonna keep mixing this around. Now we're adding in another cup of flour. We need 3/4 of a teaspoon of oil. So we're just gonna drizzle it up on top like that. You want the consistency of the dough to be just damp enough, but not too wet that it's sticking to your hands. So we're gonna roll this up into a ball, just like this. You could also knead it if you want to for the people at home. You basically just take it and just roll it up. And you basically want to create a hole at the top. And you simply just seal it up like this so that you don't get any craters on the bottom or any holes in it. And then you roll at the top just like this. So the next important task is we need to oil the bottom of this can so that way the dough doesn't stick to it. That's plenty. So we'll brush this around and then put the dough right inside and brush a little oil on top, why not? Now let's cover it up. Now that we got this wrapped up, we're gonna leave this for about 45 minutes to an hour, all depending on what the room temperature is at your house. All right, so now this dough is done, so let's take a look at it. Notice how on the sides it started to expand all the way around. Now it's touching the sides. That means that it's expanded enough for it to be able to be used. It's gonna be nice and fluffy on the inside, crispy on the outside. So, in order to show you guys the perfect representation of what this pizza will look like at the end, we gotta make a pizza, of course. So we got a little bit of flour on the counter. Oh yeah, beautiful. Flip it over. This is gonna be really good dough. Let's go ahead and get this pressed out, and then we'll form the crust on the outside. Now let's stretch it out. Next step, let's get this thing on the peel. Let's start with our sauce. Don't worry, I'll get you guys with the sauce recipe at some point. Now for the mozzarella cheese. I'm gonna put this in the Gosney Arc XL pizza oven. If you don't have a pizza oven such as that, if you get a stone and put it inside your regular oven, that works just as well. Let's go ahead and put this pizza in the oven on this nice, beautiful day. We're at 550 degrees. Perfect. If you're using a conventional oven, I would recommend putting your temperature at 450 degrees and then cook the pizza until it becomes golden brown on the crust and on the bottom. And now, we are complete. You, my friend, have made yourself the best pizza dough recipe for your date. Nice and fresh. A little bit of crisp, that is marvelous. If you like this video, you should check out videos like this one and this one. And make sure you subscribe so you can keep up to date with all the other videos that I have planned for the future. Till next time, my name is Anthony Camarda. Thank you for watching Slice of Life, and I will see you guys on the next one.